I'm live. Well, if you're watching this later, I'm not live. Tanker gang. Tanker gang. Tanker gang. Bang bang. Bang bang tanker gang. Oh hell. What up, Jonathan? Yeah, I went live on my side channel. I don't know if the alert went out. I mean, I know it's late and shit, but or early for some. What's up, Bobby? Killa. What up? Madman, what's going on? Ringo, what's happening? So this tanker shift that I'm running here, let me tell you, when you make it past 3 a.m., it's not bad. Okay, it's not bad when you make it past 3 o'clock in the morning. When you get past 3 a.m., you're good. Then the day goes fast because the sun comes up like an hour later. You know, I'm loading right now. We're sitting here loading. See, back her, I got her hooked up, pumping. We'll get about 6,500 gallons out of here, and then we'll go scale and take this over to DFA in Faladonia. Or should I say Fallon, Nevada? And then we'll do it again. But I wanted to stay. I wanted to say that I've been doing this tanker thing. Been doing this tanker thing for like a month now. I'm pretty much an expert. I just am. I'm pretty much an expert. I'm the smartest tanker yanker there ever was or ever could be. Hashtag sarcasm. Do I know if my company is hiring out of Arizona? I don't know, man. I don't um, recruit for them. I haven't looked at anything. I just knew that there was a job opening in my area. But you can check them out. I think it's calfreight.com is the website if you want to look and see. But I don't know if they run down there. I really don't know. I've been repoing for 3 days. I'm a pro. Exactly. It seems like that's all you need now is just a few loads under your belt, and you are top of the line, know it all. You could talk about everything. It's been crazy. Like, I'm being sarcastic. Obviously, I've been doing this for a month. I'm a super greenhorn at the tanker shit, but it doesn't take RVT but 2 or 3 days to be the best. Exactly, Bobby. That's kind of where the dig is. That's where the sarcasm's coming in. But it is different. It is challenging, and I do enjoy it a lot. I enjoy this tanker stuff, but I'm no expert. That's for sure. I mean, some of these guys, they uh, they fucking do something new for like a week, and they're a pro, and they can discuss rates and all kinds of shit before they even know what they're doing. I mean, it's ridiculous to me. I mean, if you guys got any questions, throw them in there because obviously, I mean, it's early. There's hardly anybody awake. Good time to chat with a few people. I got probably like 15 minutes until we got to go sit on the tank. Have I responded to Little Guy yet? About what, JC? What are we referring to, bud? What mod am I rocking? This is the Smock Mag. I know it's probably no, it's not. It shouldn't be backwards. We're on YouTube, so it shouldn't be. It's the Mag. It's kind of like a pistol grip situation. Bang bang. Touchy subject to bring what up? USADA? What are you talking about? Keeping up on the driver that killed 4 people in Colorado. He's blaming a parked truck on the shoulder for the accident. Is that the guy that was watching porn or something while driving? Is that the one? I saw that news article. His return to Traveloka after I left, not to stir the pot. No, yeah, no, I have. No, not him. Which one? Is that the guy with the load of lumber? I don't know. Was that the one on 70? Oh yeah, 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 Ringo. I haven't kept up on it, but I know which one you're talking about. That's the guy. Somebody was like live on their YouTube or whatever, and they caught the truck going by. I'm like, like a like a fucking 100 miles an hour just flying by. I haven't kept up on the story, but I know that guy got in hella trouble and shit, and he should. He should. A responsible driver would have fucking, I mean, put that thing into a runaway ramp if you didn't have brakes. I mean, here's the deal. I think we can all agree that if you're in a fully loaded truck and it's a runaway, you're either going to aim for a runaway ramp or a ditch or something to where you're not going to take out other people. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to go off a cliff, but I'm going to try to dump that truck in a safe spot. Blaming a parked truck on the shoulder for the accident. What? Ridiculous. And as far as little guy's return to Traveloco, it was his last option. I heard he called them like sniffling, crying, begging to come over. First, he said he worried about losing his job, is why he didn't take the ring. Who cares? You get a CDL license, you can get a job anywhere. You know what I mean? You can get a job for any company. Yeah, I heard he cried. USADA. I heard there was a little. I mean, not full on bawling, but a little bit of a sniffle. I heard there was some sniffling. Just a rumor. I don't know if it's true. Speculation, but you know what happens when I speculate? Usually is the truth. It was his first load outside of Texas. I mean, I'm assuming the guy never didn't have any other like driving experience or whatever. So, first of all, I want to know why was a new dude all by himself on 70 of all places? That's what I'd really like to know. So I think the company plays a little role in that if they cut a new guy loose with no previous driving experience and send him into Colorado, some of the biggest mountains in the country. Yo, Red K Hauler, what's up? I think I think the company's probably a little bit of fault. Wanted to prove he could do it. His words. The company shouldn't have allowed him to prove it. Put it that way. They should have sent him with somebody, some more experienced driver. You know, I mean, I'm very surprised that that happened. Not to mention the guy doesn't speak or understand English. Ringo, that's a touchy subject for people, but it is part of the requirements to be able to read the road signs. You know. Jonathan Howard, thanks for the 4.99. They said it was his third time down the pass. I don't know, man. See, that's where the argument for, I mean, hear me out, Jonathan. That's where the argument for driver facing cameras comes into play and ELDs that record everything that has to do with the truck. That's where the argument comes in because of guys like that say, well, you know, it was this, and this, and no one really has any accurate, they don't have any proof. They really, you know what I mean? That's where that argument comes in. So you can see if the guy's fucking with his phone, so you can see if he's picking his nose, whatever. And, you know, the ELD records the speed, RPMs, you know, fuel consumption, all kinds of different things. That's where that argument comes in. And it's a valid argument in situations like that. It just is. Company's been in trouble with DOT over 7 times for unsafe equipment. Madman, that does not come as a surprise. Does that surprise any of you? Um, but last you heard, after the crash, they got shut down. Well, they should. Let's see, JC. It seems like they treated you pretty well. Do you have a video explaining why you left? I'll go back and watch it, so you don't have to repeat it. Yeah, I've talked about it a couple different times. It's actually one of the main. I talked about more on Coach's channel. Um, but I mean, if they've got unsafe equipment, they've got drivers that don't have experience. They got guys that have, never been out of like Texas or a certain state or whatever. I mean, come on. I mean, someone said it's his first load outside of Texas, but his third time down the pass. How does that? I don't understand how that makes sense. Are you and little guy still friends after he stole the truck from you? Alpha Q, he didn't steal the truck. Yeah, we're still friends and shit. I bust his balls all the time. I'm gonna continue to bust his balls. But I was texting with him yesterday afternoon. He was asking me what kind of motor was in the truck and some other questions. So it's a lot of it's for show. Uh, Sounds like a driver for transport. That company has the absolute worst equipment rolling down the road. Horrible company. I couldn't say that they do or don't because I've never driven for them or know of anyone that did. But you run Colorado weekly, and there's some sketchy drivers. Yeah, there are. I mean, how many of you guys have ran 70 coming down Vale, and there's guys just letting her rip, buddy? I mean, I'll cruise down that hill for sure, but there's dudes that just let her go. And you get a lot of that weight rolling, man. It's hard to hold that fucking momentum back. You hit your million-mile mark in less than 10 years. You're done on the road. Madman, I hear you on that, bud. You done a lot to the truck, work the truck for him to show off in it. Listen, no matter what he does, that truck will always be associated with me. It will always be Will's truck, Lil Dawg's truck. Um, so he's got to live with that. I mean, but in the end, it's just a truck, right? I can get another W9 if I want one in the future. I can go back over the road if I want in the future, and all that kind of shit. So no big deal. Eddie did the rap, not Lil Dawg. Eddie paid for the rap. I designed that rap. I have the proofs for that rap. So I designed it. Be pissed if he throws them all, throws the little guy show stickers on there. I doubt it. They're not gonna. They won't let him do that, and they won't let him peel that wrap off either. If he puts his logo on it, it'll just look junky. It'll look shitty. Late, but you made Wild Man. What's up, man? I'm glad you're here. We're loading milk. We're loading right now. I gotta go check it here in like 3 minutes. So I'll show you guys. But yeah, man. I mean, I've been doing this for a month. I'm pro. Yeah, you're right, Jonathan. That truck is the face of the company. Uh, it Put it this way: that truck will always be associated with Traveloco as long as it's wrapped. And you know, it must have been shitty. All the orientation videos that those guys watch, I made them. So it's all my face on them and my voice. What do you think about that? What do you guys think about that shit? We had to climb up on the tank here. Does the truck still have coolant issues? Yeah, but after I put all the news out about that truck and They're replacing all kinds of shit. They're replacing the turbos. They're replacing the radiator, the oil cooler. That motor needs an in-frame for sure, but oh well. We're going up the ladder. Hold on. All right. Let's look inside here. I know you guys can't see it because it's dark, but the milk's in there. I promise. I'm wearing tennis shoes today. Better than boots. Look at these fucking flies everywhere. Disgusting. Let's see. You're en route to Houston. What are you doing down in Houston? Wild man, you want to work for RST? Can you believe RST gets $1 a gallon off on diesel and $1 a gallon off on DEF because of Prime's discount? That's a huge discount. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that? That's insane. $1 off. That means like if you find fuel for like $2.80, you're getting it for $1.80. That's insane. Those kind of prices, you can run a W9. $1.80, $2.30, $2.40 a gallon. That's cheap, man. That's cheap. Yeah, I know, right? Who buy enough, you get that big boy discount. I mean, I don't know how many trucks Prime has. I know it's a fuckload. So I imagine they buy ungodly amounts of fuel. Like just ungodly amounts of fuel. When you're with Hirschberg, you're paying 99 cents. Was that like at their terminals or was that at like PFJ or and when was that? Like how are you getting that kind of discount? I know you guys can't see the milk, but it's in there. She's a flowing. Own tanks at the yard. There's a lot of companies that do that. Even here, there's a lot of companies in the States that have their own tanks. So you get fuel for a little bit less because they'll buy it in bulk and shit, you know. But let's close that vent lid so that flies and shit don't get in there. Think about Landstar's discount. They have 12,000 trucks. I'm sure Knight gets a huge one too. I mean, they have, what are they now? Like 15 or 20,000 power units since they bought Swift. Is Bobby Bejesus with me? No, he's at home sleeping. You have to fuel where they tell you and get the gallons that they tell you. Shit, I would let somebody tell me where to get fuel and when to get it if I was getting it for 99 cents a gallon. You kidding me? Woo. Woo. 99 cents a gallon on fuel. You can't beat that. That's insane. Hit the thumbs up, you 34 fuck sticks, you. Do you like being referred to as fuck sticks? Figured that was a good nickname. Plan on getting your CDL next month, and there's a night terminal 45 minutes away where I live. Florida, is Night a good first company to start with? Yeah, it is. I guess you're near Lakeland. But yeah, Night is a good company to start with. I actually, do you guys remember Spartan, who used to come into Zell all the time? He's actually working for Night Transportation right now while his truck's getting like rebuilt, basically. He's doing tons of work to it. I just talked to him, when was it? Night before last, I think. And on top of that, they paid for Def and Reaver. John Howard, why the hell aren't you still there? Then you left. Where'd you go? You left Hirschbach to go to RST or something, didn't you, with Matt? How long do you think it's take little guy to pay off the truck and actually own it? He never will. Like 5 minutes? Yeah. Almost done. Oh, necesitamos a cambiaste los mangueras? Okay. See. He's got to change hoses. So that means he cuts off my damn milk loading for a couple seconds. It makes a hell of a mess when they do it too. Rinse off those huevos. When to be a company driver when you found out your wife was pregnant? Oh, okay. I remember you being there. Pros and cons for nights. I mean, for night, as long as you live near a terminal, you should be all right. Knight's a really good company. They've got lots of freight. They've got everything you need. They've got good equipment, good pay, all that kind of stuff. But as long as you live close to one of the terminals, you'll be good because you can get home easier. Beyond that, I really liked Knight, and if I ever went back to a company driver OTR position, that's where I would go. You know what I'm saying? I just would, because Knight did me real well until the end when they didn't pay that one fucking ticket that they said they were gonna pay, but the overweight ticket that I had. But beyond that, dude, Knight treated me really well. They did. It was a little shitty around the time when they were buying Swift because they cut out a lot of the extra pay. Because they were like pinching pennies to buy Swift. But they were really good company to be a company driver at. I know they had a lot of issues with like the independent contractors and shit like that when all that stuff was going on in California. But they were good. Did Homeboy turn my milk back on? Yeah, he did. It's going back up. Okay. Swift ruined Swift. They didn't need help. True story. Knight ruined Swift? How did Knight ruin Swift? I'd love to know how 2-bit. Listen, how did Knight ruin Swift? Went to Warner because they had a terminal by your house, and out 11, home for 3. Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting close. You only got about 2 inches of foam on top. We got milk. Yeah, we got milk. A whole bunch of it. Kidding me? Knight fired all the good driver leaders. What are the driver leaders? I'm not familiar with that. Are those like the mentors or the dispatchers or? What do I think of a little guy getting my W9? Well, we've talked about that. I'm not familiar with driver leaders. Yo, Pitbull fan, what's up, man? Driver leaders are like driver. Oh, okay, so like the dispatcher guys. That sucks. But what do you do? I had some really good. Run a load of milk yourself. All right, dude. Little Viking. What's up, dude? When are you gonna do some more parody shit? Huh? Little Viking coach. I need a parody. Would you please give me a little something? Would you please give me a little something? You're no longer a six-figure Swiftie. Well, I mean, you can always switch. Unless are you leasing? You're probably buying a truck over there, or leasing one over there. I almost did that with Swift back in the day, because I don't know if you guys remember, but there was NRS Adventures. Do you remember them? Nick and Sam, it was a husband and wife. They didn't run team, but the wife rode with them all the time. NRS Adventures, and they were at Swift, and they had a ProStar that they were buying through Swift, and it was called like Piffle or whatever. And they got fired at the Swift terminal in Reno. And I remember cruising into the night yard, and I saw their truck there, the one that they had. It's pretty sad, actually. We got to go turn this fucking pump off here in a second. She's getting to the top. Getting to the tippy top. Matt sucks a lot more than fuel tanks. All right, guys, I'm going to cut this off because I got to get out of here. I got to get ready to go shut this milk off and everything. Everybody be safe. I'll talk to you guys later. Come into the dog pound. I'll go in there after this, after I'm done here, and we'll chat on Zello.